As far as property investments go, our system is very low risk, but with anything, there's always risks that exist. So I'll just take you through the risks that do exist and then how we best deal with them to minimize any kind of risk. So first of all is that if a tenant defaults. So if for some reason the tenant that we've put in there, if they get behind, we have a very good system of getting them back on track very quickly, and we don't let it go for very long. If for some reason they get so far behind that they need to be evicted, then we have a very quick system on how to help them move on very quietly and make it easy for the tenants to basically to move on. It didn't work out for them, and then we quickly sell the property again. The system that we have developed means that it's very painless and that it's very fast, so that the amount of default that you can get behind is really minimalized. The next risk is the property damage. What if the tenant does damage to my property? So this is basically covered through when you purchase the property. We put insurance into. It's a factor in your overall cost, so you're still getting the cash flow over and above the insurance that you pay in order to cover any property damage. So you never have to worry. They could burn the house down, you don't have to worry about that. Another risk is, what if something happens like the tenant gets sick or the tenant dies and then they can't maintain the property. So while we can't force our buyers into buying income protection insurance, it's something that we really educate our buyers in. We give them a free financial advisor consultation so that they're aware that they can buy income protection insurance really without any cost to themselves, because they can take it out of their superannuation. So that's a way that we really try to minimize any sort of scenario like that through encouraging them to buy income protection insurance. And then the last risk that could possibly happen is, what if property prices fall? And this is a risk that all property investors face when you buy it, whether it's a negatively geared property, if it's a high growth property, any kind of property. If the property prices fall, what do we do? Now, in our particular industry, property prices falling doesn't really hurt that much, because the usual result is that if the property has gone down in value, it means that the tenant that's in there is not likely to be able to refinance and go to the bank for a while. So usually they're happy to just sit there, keep making their payments, you still keep getting your cash flow. And then when it does go back up in value, that's the time when they refinance to the bank. So we benefit from that because you just continue to get your cash flow. So that's quite low risk as far as property markets go.